Hey guys, it's Kelly. Today I've got a quick warm-up feel-good flow for you. So if you're ready to get started, roll out your mat and let's get practicing. Find your way into a thunderbolt pose. So bring the hips towards the heels. Rest the palms on your thighs and close your eyes. Soften through the shoulders. And just begin to tune your awareness inwards towards your breath, towards how your body is feeling in this moment. And notice as you inhale, the belly expands. And how you exhale through the nose, the belly deflates. You can even bring one hand to the belly and one to the lower back and just inhale. Feel the air pressing the belly outwards into the hand. And as you exhale, the belly slowly deflates closer to the midline, closer to the spine. And a few more rounds of inhales and exhales at your own pace. Feel free to keep your hands on your belly and your lower back. And bring the palms back to the thighs. Bring the shoulders up and roll them way back. Good. Just allow the body to relax here as the eyes are closed. As the shins come closer to the mat. Maybe you find this is not the most comfortable position for you. Just observe that, and unless it's any pain, I challenge you to find comfort in the discomfort. It's oftentimes how we get our bodies to move to the next phase, to tell us it's okay. Let's blink the eyes open. Inhale, bring the arms high. Tend to the right fingertips by the hip, and then send the left arm overhead. Take a side bend to the right. Gaze towards the ceiling under the left arm. Inhale, both arms come high. Left hand plants down. Reach long through the right arm. Take your tilt. Even send the hips over to the right a little bit to feel a little more juicy stretch in the right side body. Inhale all the way back up. Arms reach high. Good. Tent the fingertips in front of you. Walk the hands forward. Find your tabletop pose. Knees are hip distance apart. Press the fingertips and the base of each finger, the knuckle mounds, into the mat. Spread the shoulder blades away. Good. Straight arms. Engage through the belly. Inhale, belly comes low, heart lifts, draw the chest through the shoulders for your cat pose or your cow pose. Round through the spine, arch the back, press into the pads of the fingers for your cat. And then take a few more rounds at your own pace. Feel free to wiggle the tail or bend the elbows. Really, it's all about finding movement and what feels good here in the body. Belly comes low. Inhale. Exhale as you round. Good. One more round. And after your next cat pose, no rush, but find your way back to your tabletop position. Extend the right leg straight on the mat. Press the heel back so you get a nice calf stretch. Good. And then lower the knee, switch it out. Stretch the left. Good. Release back to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under and slowly begin to hover the knees. And we'll start to lift the hips and send them up and back, but keep the knees bent. So finding our turbo dog here. So belly comes as close to the thighs as you can. Press the mat away. And then slowly straighten the right leg, or the left leg, keep the right leg bent. And then switch it out. Straighten the right, bend the left. Go ahead and pedal it out here a few more times at your own pace, just warming up the calves. Good, and then find your way downward facing dog. You can still keep the knees bent here. We're pretty early. Notice if you straighten the legs, if your belly wants to scoop under like this. We want the hips to stay towards the ceiling. So if that means bend your knees a little bit, then bend the knees. Good, inhale, right leg lifts high. Open up the hip, scorpion dog, bend the right knee. Send the right heel towards the glute. We'll take just a few pumps here. So straighten the right leg and then bend and straighten. Just warming up the hamstring. And then keep your bend once you have it. Take a few hip circles in one direction and then the other. Good. Inhale, right leg straightens. Bring the knee towards the nose, shift forward. Step the right foot forward. Lower the back knee, shin and foot down. Low lunge. Rise the arms. Engage through the left glute. Breathe. Start to send the gaze towards the ceiling. If it's comfortable, you can bend the elbows. Shoulder blades draw towards each other here. And exhale. Fingertips plant straight in through the right leg. Good. Walk the hands to the inside of the right leg. Hips come over to the right. Gentle stretch. Cross them over the right leg this time. Hips come a little over to the left. So just getting into different parts of our hamstrings. And then come back, frame the front foot, plant the right foot down. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes under, step back, downward facing dog. Good, other side. Inhale, left leg rises. And let's pump it out here. Good, bend and straighten. Through the left leg. And then keep it bent, open up the hip, scorpion dog. Try to keep the left shoulder square, so you're gonna wanna open up, but try to keep the left shoulder rotating down. And then let's take a few hip circles here in one direction. And then nice and big circles in the other direction. Then straighten the leg, square off in the hips. Knee comes towards the nose, shift forward. Step the left foot forward, lower the back knee, shin and foot down. Rise up, low lunge once again. Hips draw forward and down, stretching out the psoas, the hip flexor. And then start to send the gaze towards the ceiling. Open up the heart and the chest. Breathe, nice full inhalations, full exhalations. Good, plant the hands down, straighten through the front leg. Breathe. Good. Well, oh, almost forgot. Take the hands over to the right and the hips to the left. And then cross it over to the other side. Good. Come back forward, plant the front foot, plant the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. And send the gaze forward. Come up high on your tippy toes. You can bend the knees here. We're still really early and we're just warming up. Tiptoe all the way up to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. And just sway to side in your ragdoll for a moment. Release the lower back. Just let everything feel heavy. Let gravity help you out. Good. And release the hands down. Round up one vertebrae at a time all the way to stand. Shoulder blades draw back and down. Bring the feet together. Toes touch. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Arms come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come to the shins. Shoulder blades draw together. Exhale to fold. Inhale, all the way up. Arms reach high. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, palms come to the shins. Plant the hands, step the right foot back. Inhale all the way up, crescent lunge. Put a little bend in the back knee here. Breathe. Good, and then exhale, hands frame the front foot, straighten through the front leg. So maybe the toes draw up towards the face. And then we'll bend, put a little bounce here and straighten the front leg. Bend the front leg, straighten the front leg, and bend and hold. Plant the right palm underneath the shoulder. Inhale, find a twist. Left arm is high. Good, and then cartwheel the left hand back down, step back, plank pose. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, shift a little forward onto the toes. Lower all the way down to the belly. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale up, baby cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release. Inhale up, baby cobra. Once again, active legs. Shoulder blades draw towards each other. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, release, tuck the toes. Press through a tabletop, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Find your grounding in your feet, and then we'll rise nice and slowly all the way up, crescent lunge. Put a little bend in the left leg. Good, shine the heart a little bit towards the ceiling, and then we'll fly the hands down, catch the mat, straighten through the front leg. And it's okay if you don't straighten all the way here. Let's bend. So finding those little bounces, just getting a little more into the hamstrings. As we straighten, lift the toes and bend. One more time, straighten. Exhale, bend, plant the left hand under the left shoulder. Inhale, open up like a bow and arrow, the right arm towards the ceiling. Press through the balls of the left foot. Notice if you're shifting backwards. And shift forward a little bit. Good, windmill the arm down, plant the hand, plank pose. Good. Exhale, this time halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the mat with the hands and the tops of the feet. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. Come down onto the knees. Rock off to one hip. Extend the legs out in front of you. Find your staff pose. Draw the toes back towards the shin. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, reach forward and fold. Moving deeper with each exhale. Good, let's inhale, back up, plant the palms behind the hips. Feet plant so the knees are pointing towards the ceiling. Press through the hands, press through the feet. Reverse tabletop, stretch through the shoulders. If it's comfortable, allow the head to fall back. Keep lifting through the hips, lift, lift, lift. And nice and slowly lower the hips down. Good, and from here, just recline back onto the mat, draw the knees in towards the chest. Rock around side to side. And allow the knees to fall over to the right, rock off onto the right hip. Left arm comes to the left. And inhale back up to center. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Right arm to the right. I like to close my eyes here because it feels good. Twists are like the dessert of the practice. And come back to center, give yourself another squeeze. Good. Find a happy baby. Separate the knees wide. Grab a hold of the outside edges of each foot, or grab a hold of the shins. Pull the feet down as you press the feet into the hands. Opening up the inner thighs. Good. And hug everything together. Rock back up to a comfortable seat. And I hope you enjoyed that practice, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.